All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Most of y'all know me as Big Country and drag racing, but my real name's Corey. So just touching base with y'all back on the Holley Sniper 2. I did a video, part 1 of it, where I kind of think I messed it up, but I wasn't 100% sure. I was going to troubleshoot it, figure it out. I finally got a little time to work on this old truck. Let's turn around here and take a look at her. It's 86 F350, 1-ton dually. I explained what I did in the video in part 1. This will be, part 2 of the video of what I found. I found out that it was me. It didn't have anything to do with the Holley Sniper. It was definitely me. I put the progressive linkage on it, and for some reason, that linkage was cracking open the secondary throttle blades, and it was just causing it to suck air in and causing the truck to idle real high. So I actually didn't even change out the throttle body like I was going to. I just happened to come back the next day, just got some rest, relax, thought about it. I had put like 3 or 4 different files in it, and it was still doing the same thing. So I really thought it was in the throttle body, but I wasn't for sure. So the next day I came back out and fooled with it, and I just unhooked the progressive linkage on the secondary, and the truck went back idling fine. So definitely was from me doing that. Holley does not recommend putting a progressive linkage on it. Me personally, I think the Holley is just so good that it was so crisp and so precise that for me, with the primary and secondary at the same time, it was just, it was a little too aggressive for what I like for my truck. It's nothing Holley's done. What they've got going on is great, it's fantastic. No carburetor will ever do what that EFI will do. That's a fact. It'll never be as crisp, never run as good. It's just not as good. I'm not, I hate to say that about the carburetors because we ran them so long, but they're not even in the same league with the EFI. So what I did was I actually had to kind of bend the progressive linkage a little bit, kind of lengthen it a little bit, because it was just cracking that secondary throttle blade like maybe 10 thou, maybe 15 thousandths, I don't know. But it was cracking it open just enough for it to suck air. Now I've seen some videos, some guys that are wrapping the secondary spring another wind around, making it stiffer. I don't understand why anybody would want to do that, because I feel like with the primary and the secondary, I feel like the throttle's pretty aggressive, pretty stiff. So that was one of the things I was having a problem with, that when I would hit the throttle in this truck in town with the 410 gears, man, it was just real responsive, like real snappy. So that was the whole reason why my thought process was, hey, these trucks used to have a vacuum secondary carburetor on them. Most of them come with a 600, 650. And they would progress the secondaries in. So I said, why can't I put a progressive linkage on her? Which I did. Now the Holley Sniper 2 does not offer the progressive linkage in your handheld anymore, but me, I can get into it with my software, with my laptop, and I can go manually put it in and make it work. I've got mine opening up at 37%. That's where the progressive opens up. I put it in the computer that way, and I've run my truck around, a lot this past weekend, and it's running just how I want it to. Does it have as much power down low taking off? No, but if you floor it, it has the same amount of power. So now it's more smoother for me to drive. It isn't so aggressive taking off, and it's just a better ride for me. That's just my preference, how I like it. I'm not saying anybody else has to do it. Holley doesn't recommend you to do that, but I did it. I played with the keyboard enough. I got my truck running really good, and I'm completely happy with the way it is right now. So like I said, I just wanted to come on here and make a little video. I'm fixing to show you around the truck. I'll fire it up. Might even go take it for a little drive, because I've driven this truck a lot. Since I put the Holley Sniper on it, honestly, I think I looked at the odometer. I put like 1,900 miles on this truck. Now I know that doesn't sound like a lot of miles, but to me, for a little weekend driver, this, that, and the other, I've taken it out for 100, 120 mile runs already. So for me, I think 1,900 miles is quite a bit of miles. So I just drove it the other day to Bartow, which is like 60, 65 miles away from here. Actually, I went to Lake Wales. But anyways, yeah, I just enjoy driving it, man. The only thing I want to do now is, basically do a couple modifications to the truck. But as far as the Holley Sniper, it's been the complete difference in this truck, and the confidence that I can drive it anywhere and I'm not going to be broke down. Because before I kind of babied my old trucks, I wouldn't run them hard. Wouldn't do. Man, this thing right now, I've been running the crap out of it. I'm not gonna lie, man. I run it hard. I'm ready. I'm waiting for it to sling the rods out of the motor because I run it so hard. But dude, it just runs that fantastic. It runs that good. I'm super, super excited with the Holley Sniper 2. I am so glad that I went with Holley. I do not regret none of it. And I believe if I went with a different software, a different setup, I might not be as excited. But as far as this system in here, it's great. I got a buddy of mine, Dan's got an old Chevelle. I don't know if I'll be able to do a video on that, but he was having a lot of problems with it. You know, basically just didn't run very well, but you know, it comes back to installation. It comes back to following directions, making everything right. It comes back to make sure the parameters are set right. You know, when they give you a base setup, it's just a base setup, guys. You know, you got to go drive it. You got to let it learn. You got to let it try to do its thing. Yeah, I can get in there with my laptop and I can change all the parameters and, you know, kind of go past all that stuff. Anyways, I set his sniper one up. I got the car fired up, running, man. It's extremely crisp. You know, for me, again, I think that thing, I told him, I said, dude, you hit the throttle, that thing's gonna smoke the tire, slap off it. It just is. It's so overwhelmingly impressive that if you've got everything right of how good that product is, I just can't say enough about it. I got 2 other trucks. I'm fixing to take a bed off another truck. I'll get some video of this other truck we're fixing to do, just a step-by-step process to show you guys how simple it is to put these systems on these trucks. And man, you can drive your old trucks with confidence. I mean, if you want to hop in and drive in California, you can. They run that good. So anyways, I'll show you. I think I've already showed you underneath the hood of this truck. So, but I'll pick the hood up again. I mean, really, this thing is almost, it's really almost as factory as it looks. Now, if you have to look for it, I mean, you can see the Holley regulator underneath there, and you can see the Hypertech distributor. So of course that you can pick it out that way, that it's not completely stock, but I really did try to keep it as OEM as possible. It's very important to me to have it like that, but I'll show you right here now if you guys can see it. You know, obviously you can see the Hypertech distributor. You can see the coil that's mounted there. You can see the regulator, it's mounted over there. And then of course you got all the cable box and everything that hooks up over here. It still looks pretty much OEM. It's still very clean. And it runs exceptionally well. I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, one day I may pull this motor out and freshen it up. Got like 120,000 miles on it. Or I may just pull it out and put a camshaft in it. I don't know. I'm just having fun with it right now. I really enjoy driving this truck. It's a good truck. It's a fun truck. It gets a lot of attention. A lot of people just really look at all. Now, I got a bunch of wires in here, so don't pay attention to all that. I'll tuck all that up in the dash. But I got it set up to where I can see my laptop's right here, to where I can hook my laptop out on at any time and do whatever I want to do with it. Let's see if it's gonna make a liar of me. I don't think it will though. See, you ain't gotta touch the gas or nothing. See, this fires right up, guys. Now I got them both set up. I got the handheld and the 5-inch monitor hooked up, and that's because I got that CAN bus hookup down there. I don't know if y'all can see that, but that's just something really more or less for me, because I am fixing to take this truck to the racetrack. I know it don't need to go to the track, but I just want to see if there's any more power left in it, you know, to make sure that I get the wide open throttle as precise as I can, you know, and just see where the power's at. If I took it to a dyno, you know, obviously I could get it 100% right that way. You click on the old AC and the old girl. She got ice cold AC too, but I just don't have time to go to a dyno and play with it. So I am probably this Friday gonna go down to Leadfoot. There's a drag strip about 45 minutes away from here, and I'm just gonna let her eat on the track a couple runs. Obviously I'm gonna play with the fuel and timing on it and just see what it does. But I am gonna show you how responsive this Holley EFI is. Now, mind you, it has a progressive linkage on it now, so it'll sound a little less violent, or crisp, should I say, as opposed to the way Holley wants you to run it. And obviously Holley knows better than I do, but it wasn't exactly how I wanted it, so I kind of had to just kind of make it my own way. But anyways, I did reset my perimeter. I think I set my engine temp to 100 degrees instead of 160. It might be set at 120. Actually, I think I set it at 120, just so the EFI can take over quicker and start running everything on it, because obviously, you know, these have to get up to temperature before the IAC goes ahead and sets down to 0, and before the closed loop starts running, the closed loop, and it starts learning. So it's definitely got to warm up. You guys got to remember that. Until they warm up, they're kind of set on a manual thing until they get doing their own thing. I do like this 5-inch screen too, guys. I want y'all to see this. So the 5-inch screen for me was huge. I like it a lot better than the 3-inch. Now it actually has the speedometer on it. So I run down the road like this in this setting. I got a few settings down here at the bottom of my watch. If I want to put it over here, then I can watch all these settings over here, which you put all those in yourself. And then you have another window here. I really don't mess with this window too much. So this window I don't mess with. I typically run on this window here if I'm doing something with the truck and I want to see what it's doing. But if I'm just driving normal down the road, this is the window I run at now. So obviously this one right here is still running as well. But you know, you just got to pick one or the other. They both work great. Now, I don't know, this could just be me. Since I've tuned it with my laptop, so there's a lot of parameters I can't go into handheld and change now. So I got to change them with my laptop, and I think it's because it's just not a baseline no more. It's because I've changed a lot of stuff in it, so maybe it's beyond you know, it doing its own thing. Now it's doing exactly what I tell it to do. But hey, I got it running good, man. It runs really great. It runs exceptional, and yeah, man, I'm real happy with it. I just want to come on and tell you that it had nothing to do with the Holley Sniper. I really kind of thought that's the way it was going to go down. I thought it was something I did, but I got it back running good again, man. You know, like right now it's idling, I don't know, like 840 RPMs. Once it warms up, it gets down to about 775, 800, and that's about where it's at. But yeah, we'll check her out here in a minute. Look how crisp that is. I don't know if y'all can hear that thing. She's that good, man. I'm not gonna lie. That thing just gets her done. But that's it, man. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. I got another video I'll be making. We're starting to take the other truck apart, and we're gonna start getting the Holley Sniper 2 put on my other truck, which that one's gonna be a 4-speed. Same truck, got a 460 in it. So it's got a 4-speed, and I'm anxious to get that thing done, get it running. I have a file built for it already, so here I won't have to go through the wizard and set it all up. I will actually just take the file that is on the SD card. We'll plug it into that thing and just shove it right into the ECU, and it'll fire right up with what I've already built for it and what I've already got going on with that thing. And I think it'll just run good coming right out the gate. The only thing I will have to change is the difference between the automatic and the 4-speed. You know, in the 4-speed, when you're slowing down or whatever, you kick in the clutch to the neutral, you just have to slow down the throttle decay just a little bit, because of course it ain't pulling the engine down for the automatic. It'll just go back to 0. If it goes back to 0 too quick, I think it might try and stall on you. So that's something I'll play with and I'll adjust as I go. But I've gotten pretty good with the Holley software now. So now I kind of can run through the Holley software. It's pretty easy to navigate. A little bit easier for me than probably your average guy, just because I mess with a lot of fuel injections from drag racing. So the Holley's been pretty user friendly for me. I've went through it pretty well. In fact, my son has a little turbo truck that I'm probably going to run that turbo truck this weekend, try and help them guys get it lined out. Them boys have been running that little truck, and it won't get out its own way. So I'm probably going to help it out a little bit, and I'm going to run my dually this weekend. I have the stock file that we put in this truck when we first started it up, and then I have the file I have now. So I'm going to be able to see the difference between the stock file and the file that I've run. Now don't get me wrong, I've revamped my file probably about 4, maybe 5 times. Just as it's gotten better and better every time, and I've learned my way through the software a little better. There's just a lot of little stuff you can do in there. It's crazy how good you can make these things. Hey guys, so I'm gonna take my little truck down for a ride. You guys go along with the ride with me real quick. I just want to show you how good this thing runs. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna make a little rip down the roadway with her. I get her going about 45 miles, just kind of easing on down the road, and then I'll throttle down on her, and you'll see. Now, this is an 8,000 pound truck. It's got 410 gears in it, which is a good gear ratio, but mind you, this thing got a 34-inch tall tire on it. Ain't like it's running around out there with a 28-inch tall tire, but I promise you, this truck runs good for what it is. It's got 120-some thousand miles. I mean, I'm gonna assume, I doubt it's got 220,000 miles on the motor, but I don't know. I know that the odometer was like 19,000 when I got it. It's got like 21,159 on it right now, so I know I've put a couple thousand miles on this truck since I've had it. So I've actually driven this truck. I got 11 trucks. I got 3 bullnose models, I got 5 OBS models, and I got 3 Super Duties, 07 Super Duty trucks. I put the most miles on this truck right here. But anyways, I just want you to watch how smooth this is. running around about 45 mile an hour, 2 grand. I want y'all to just pay attention when I drop the hammer on this thing. I mean, it ain't no race rocket, but it runs pretty good, I ain't gonna lie. Here we go. I got the AC purring like a kid and everything. Here we go, y'all ready? On 3, 1, 2, let's go. So I probably shouldn't be doing that too much, but just that little bit right there, that thing went from 45 mile an hour to 80 mile an hour. I think that's pretty impressive. I ain't gonna lie. These things only make 225 horsepower. So I can assure you, whatever power it's making all, in my opinion, it's making all 225 horsepower right now. Because I'm telling you, now if I drop the hammer in first gear, it's weight. I'm telling you, this thing will go. I ain't gonna lie. Now, I do got a race. I got a 97 over there that's got a 460, you know, and it's fuel injected from Ford, but it's got an overdrive transmission, so it's got a little more ratio than I got. But Jaden, we're taking out to the racetrack Friday too. Jaden says he's gonna bust my ass. He's gonna outrun me with it. I don't know, man. I think the old dude's gonna outrun him. Now that's just a 3/4 ton truck over there. Single rear, it's a little bit lighter, but I don't know, it may, man, it does run good, I'm not gonna lie, but it's also 10 years newer. I think it made like, I don't know, 30 or 40 more horsepower, but man, I just gotta believe that this thing right here is just gonna run pretty good. I'm gonna roll down here and do about a 15 mile an hour roll, and we'll drop the hammer in first gear. Y'all seen what it was like. Now I'm not lying, you seen that thing ran. It jumped up from 45 mile an hour to 80 mile an hour. And this is just a big old farm truck. You know what I mean, man? I mean, that's what I'm saying. I'm so over the moon impressed with this. I can promise you, I didn't really run it hard when I got it because I kind of was afraid I was gonna break down, which I did break down. This thing left me at Roll King one time already. But because of the whole ignition and all that stuff, the ignition module got hot, just the same old bullshit, these old trucks, which I don't have to worry about that no more. All right, I'm just gonna give y'all a little first gear pull. Y'all gonna be judged. I got a bunch of houses, so I can't really get crazy down here. Maybe I can pull down here and pull off side road somewhere. I gotta take this thing to a drag strip. That's what I need to do. Man, everything works in my truck. All my gauges work in it. AC, ice cold, stereo works, cruise control works. You name it, it all works in this truck. Like that. Me and Mama went and got ice cream in it last night. I ain't gonna lie. So, can't drop her down right here, man. I got too many houses. I gotta get where I get. It's kind of but I'm gonna give you a first gear drop and just you'll see it come through the gears. And yeah, man, I'm telling you right now, you guys got these older trucks, older cars, I promise you're missing out. You gotta just call Holly up, tell them you want that Sniper 2 kit, get whatever you gotta get to dial it up. I mean, don't get me wrong, I got all the stuff. I got the coil, I got the high protect distributor, I got everything, but man, well worth it. I did it 2 times again, just because I was so overly impressed with this first one. All right, man, I'm gonna drop this thing down here real quick, turn it around, y'all can see. Alright, I can't do no more, man. I'm gonna mess around and get me a damn ticket. We'll drop it down here about a little 40-mile roll. Oh man, I'll do me a little video. I'm gonna take to the racetrack. I'm gonna do the base file. I'll make me a run. I let her cool down. Well, shoot, you ain't gotta let her cool down. I mean, this thing runs up about 205, 208 degrees. I think it's about 206 right now after all that. But I'll bring it back around. I'll put my file in it. We'll see if my file's any better than the base file. Then we're gonna race little Jada Bug. maybe I can tune it up a little bit, get ready for him. He might have a little bit of an edge on me, but I'm gonna try and outrun him. Hey, one more thing, guys, I gotta add in there. Mind you now, this is just on 87 pump gas. This is on the cheapest gas. That's what the tune-up I built off is, on cheap gas. I run around all the time. This ain't on no 93 or no special octane or nothing like that. So how it runs is how it run every single day. Just straight up 87 pump gas, like it was built for. I think these motors are only like 8.5 to 1. They ain't really got no compression in them. I mean, if you was bumping on these motors up 10 to 1 compression, I bet you it'd pick up 100 horsepower real close to it. But then you had to run a little better octane gas, you know. So, but yeah, straight up 87 octane gas. That's all she got in her. But it run good, man. I'm really happy with it. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope more of you guys ask some questions. You got some questions about the Holley Sniper, let me know. I'll try and answer as many as I can. And yeah, man, I hope you guys get to enjoy what I've enjoyed since I put it on my truck. I can't wait for the second one to get done. I mean, it's a 4-speed. I gotta do some work to the truck. I'm do a little thing to make it to my liking. But yeah, man, I'm super excited. I'm ready to get my second truck done. I'm ready to throw a file right in it and just take it out and be driving it and enjoy it. So anyways, I hope you all enjoy the video, and be looking for me, like and share, and let's get some videos out there, and that way I can at least help you guys out and get y'all the same thing going that I got going with my old trucks. Till then, see you later, guys. Bye.